Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Recipe Tuesday. The recipe that I have for you today is black beans and rice, but one of the ingredients that's in this particular recipe is a little bit different than what we are used to, especially here in the United States. So I'll go ahead and get started on what it takes to make this particular recipe. And as I'm going along, you'll hear which ingredient exactly it is that is different from what we're used to. So, what you're going to need is 2 cups of black beans, 8 cups of cold water, 2 stalks KOMBU edible seaweed. That's the ingredient I'm talking about. 3 medium onions chopped, 2 stalks of celery chopped, quarter cup of olive oil, 1 garlic clove crushed. Now, when I go to crush garlic, what I tend to use is I like to use a wooden meat tenderizer. Once I peel the garlic, I just take the tenderizer and I press it down. That's how I do it. 2 bay leaves, 2 tablespoons of parsley, 1 smoked turkey drumstick, although you don't necessarily have to have a turkey drumstick. I'm sure if you want to flavor your beans, I'm sure there's a different direction you can go in to flavor your beans. You could use bacon or a piece of ham or something along that line. I don't think a turkey drumstick is exactly mandatory in this recipe, although it calls for it. A half a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 4 cups of warm cooked rice. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to place beans in soup kettle with enough water to cover entirely. Soak overnight, drain water off beans, and fill kettle with 8 cups of cold water. Turkey drumstick and kombu, KOMBO, the seaweed. Again, you don't necessarily have to use the drumstick. I'm sure you can go a different route, or you can go this route, whichever you prefer. All right, turkey drumstick and kombu. Cook beans on low heat about 1 hour. Saute garlic, onions, celery, and parsley in oil and add to soup kettle along with all other ingredients. Continue cooking over low heat 1.5 to 2 hours or until soft, about 2.5 to 3 hours in total. Add small amount of water if beans become too thick. Remove turkey drumstick from kettle and cut meat away from bone and dice into small pieces. Again, I'm sure you can do that with a piece of pork or whatever other type of meat for flavoring that you wish to use. Return meat to kettle, heat just until hot, adjust pepper to taste, serve over rice. Optional. An excellent addition is shredded cheddar cheese or sour cream spooned on top with chopped raw onions, and it serves 8 people. Now, I myself have a good rice recipe. Listen to this. No, you do not, and I repeat, you do not have to have a rice cooker. So all you need is a saucepan. Whatever amount of rice you use, double the water. Example, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water. You get the idea. Usually, for about 8 people, um, I would say 1 to 2 cups of rice, and then 2 to 4 cups of water. Then you're going to get a pat of butter. Put that in your saucepan, put a lid on it, turn it on high. Bring it to a boil. Wait roughly 20 seconds after it comes to a boil. Turn it off. Take the saucepan and put it on the back burner and let it sit there for 15 minutes. Then go back 15 minutes later, take the lid off. You have rice. That's all there is to it. There is no need to have to go out and buy any special cooking device or rice cooker in order to cook rice. Although a rice cooker is not a bad thing because you can also cook vegetables in it as well. But I wanted to bring this particular recipe up to you guys. Um, I couldn't find anything solely by itself that spoke about seaweed. I couldn't find anything. So I figured what I would do was go ahead and get a recipe which included the seaweed in the recipe itself. Um, Again, never made anything with seaweed in my life. Very popular, very well known amongst the Oriental Japanese, and I know that they eat it pretty much on a regular basis. So if they eat it and they have a longevity of life, it's got to be good for us. So, in any case, if you guys want to try this recipe, definitely give it a try. I have been asked, why don't I prepare the recipe as I speak about it in increments and I prepare the food myself? Well, unfortunately, I don't have a big enough kitchen, so to speak, to be able to do that. If I did, I would be willing to go ahead and prepare some of these recipes in real time, but I unfortunately can't do that. All I can do is just give you the recipe uh, verbally. So, anyway, guys, give this a try. Let me know what you think if you decide you do want to make it. It sounds pretty good. I'd be willing to try it. I hope all of you have a great, fantastic Tuesday. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. And I will see you back here on Thursday. Have a good one. Bye.